going on, everyone? This is Mitch with SC Weather. Merry Christmas Eve. So we're going to talk about in this video the threat. I wouldn't call it a threat. It would be awesome. Of flurries on Christmas Eve, on Christmas Day tomorrow, maybe late morning to throughout the afternoon. Before we get going into this, if you haven't subscribed, much appreciated if you do. Just hit that subscribe button. I do weather throughout the Southeast and obviously in South Carolina the most, but in the East Coast and things like that. If you do hear my kids in the background, it's Christmas Eve. Everybody's excited, so forgive me for that. So let's get going with this. So this is the system we have. Obviously, we already have heavy rain, storms out there this morning, but as we're working through the afternoon, the cold front, the storms associated with this cold front is going to move through our area. It's going to be a very active weather day across the state for sure. And you got to watch these little storms right here for a tornado threat here in North Carolina. We're not going to talk much about that, but as this, I have a video I just did last night on that, or yesterday afternoon, but here it is. It is thumping snow, pouring down snow. Portions of Gatlinburg, Eastern Tennessee is going to have a white Christmas. Good for them. That's exciting for them for sure. I know a couple people up there, so that's really cool. But as this moves through, we're getting into overnight tonight when Santa Claus is coming to town. You check out this energy right here. This is an upper level low pulling through. It brings a little energy, a little oomph to the atmosphere, if you would, some convection. But the problem is I made the post last night. A lot of people shared it. I want y'all to understand, and I know a lot of y'all don't care probably too much about the actual weather side of things. Y'all just want to know if we're going to see flurries or if we're not, if we're going to see snow if we're not. But there's a factor that could limit this. This is the HRRR model. As we're getting into tomorrow morning, late morning into the afternoon, check it out. It's showing scattered flurries, even just downright snow showers, and they almost look convective in nature, which means maybe if you get under one of these little snow showers, it might be a decent snow shower, not just a flurry here or there. So this is something it's going to be very, very interesting to watch tomorrow after we get the severe weather threat on out the way. This might be a prize at the end of the tunnel for everybody dealing with this nasty weather that's going to be coming through. But check out Atlanta. I tell you what, Atlanta, I almost can guarantee y'all are going to wake up to some flurries flying around Christmas morning. Columbia, Charlotte, all the Carolinas, a good chunk of Georgia. This is, HRRR model isn't a bad model. It does have a little bit of a bias sometimes. The NAM isn't really showing it. It's showing a little areas of flurries, but I also think the NAM isn't showing as much moisture at the surface, which is reflected on the model, as it should. I really think with this upper level low that's going to be digging through, it's going to fire up some flurries. Now, it might not look as widespread as what you're seeing here, but I do think that if, and obviously this is not going to hit everywhere. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to see how splotchy these areas of blue are. If you just happen to be in an area where a snow shower doesn't go over, unfortunately, you're kind of screwed. It stinks and it's unfortunate, but hopefully everybody can get in this action. But if you back it up here, this is Christmas morning, everybody waking up 7, 8 a.m. Each time it moves, that's an hour in the time. So we're getting into, this is around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. But you notice, it goes on all day. It's not a 2-hour window. It's like you get on and off flurries all day in the state of South Carolina, if this model was the whole true. But the problem is if I click in one of these little blue areas, for example, right here in Lexington, in Columbia, South Carolina, I click it. This is soundings, and I know this is going to be hard for people to understand. I'm even learning this still. Right here, it's 33 degrees at the surface. The dew point is 24. So basically, you have a ton of dry air moving in behind this cold front. And what it does is there's even drier air in the upper layers of the atmosphere. Extremely dry air. I'm talking dew points like -30, -40. So you have a bone dry atmosphere above us. It's even dry at the surface, but above us it's even drier. So any moisture that tries to work its way through the atmosphere gets dried up. So even though it's showing blue on this thing right here, it doesn't mean that anything's necessarily falling. You ever heard of the saying, "It's too dry for it to snow"? Well, this might be an example here. So this is something that may limit us here. But you look right here, the DGZs. In a nutshell, that's basically showing that these little snow showers could be convective in nature. You ever heard of convection in the summertime with a thunderstorm? So I'm not saying that these could be little miniature snow squalls or anything. Definitely not. First of all, we need to get one of these little snow showers or flurries or whatever over us to saturate the atmosphere a little bit. So, we can get a little bit of action falling here. So it's something we need to watch. It is extremely dry. This dry air, and I'll show you this right here. Here comes the front as we're getting into the afternoon. But check it out here. This is dew points, and look how dry the air is moving in. It's just going to be a totally different weather world tomorrow for sure. So I do think there's going to be a chance. I don't think it's going to be as widespread as the HRRR model is showing. I mean, this would be a beautiful look on radar. Little miniature, little heavy spouts of some flurries or something. If I see one flurry on Christmas, guys, I'm going to be ecstatic. I tell you that right now. So I'm going to be watching this. Keep in mind, when you're sharing this information to people, don't just tell them, "Hey, it's going to snow tomorrow. Did you know that?" It relays the wrong message. Word it a little bit better. It helps people like me, the actual meteorologists on TV. It makes their job a little bit better when you word it like, "Hey, there's a chance we might see some flurries flying around tomorrow, according to whomever." Don't say it's going to snow tomorrow. That's just aggressive, So I do think there's going to be a chance of some flurries flying around tomorrow. I may do a quick update on this later on the day, but it's Christmas Eve. I got 2 little girls who are very excited. So I'm not going to get too wrapped up into this, but might be a little exciting situation more for sure. So I'll keep y'all updated. Thank y'all for watching. Y'all have an awesome Christmas Eve, and God bless all.